Hello, testing, testing. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Are you able to hear me? Let me double check if it's my audio setting. Hello, hello.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear something, Jeff. It wasn't appearing earlier, but yeah, I can hear something now. Hey Benson,
Hello.
let me know if there's a role you'd like me to take up. Maybe
Definitely. Let's
GE?
let's see. Yeah. No, I don't think any role has been filled. So either G or table topics,
Okay,
manager, master.
I'll
Yeah.
do
We'll
GE to
see.
start.
Let's see how many people are joining today. Oh, not going to
Okay,
be
yeah,
okay.
not many. If it's
I'm
Civ,
not okay.
our regulars are Sonya,
Okay,
Sanuj.
so let's go.
Is it hot for where you guys are? Actually, it's not too bad. It's
Yeah,
like
it's extremely
70s.
hot. Yeah, there's some heat alerts here.
Hmm. I saw like
Pretty
heat
hot, yeah.
advisories and heat warnings.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't feel the spring. Just jump from the winter to summer.
It looks like it's gonna be
Mm.
uh 90 where I'm at soon.
Yeah,
It's like
91.
a mm,
91 today?
yeah.
Yeah, it says 91, but yeah, it feels okay on the top of mountain though. Still, the sunshine is pretty strict, but they're still windy.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be around 90 at 4 o'clock.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, on the highway it's different story. I think it's
Where are
maybe
you at,
a little
Benson?
higher. I'm at Hayward,
Hayward. Okay.
there's a East Bay, California East Bay College,
Mm.
State University. You know that school? No, no idea. Okay,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
about that school. Okay. I
Mm.
don't often like go there as in the city. I just like drive past it mostly.
Hey, Hayward is the heart of the Bay Area.
I see a few gardens and stuff, so I'll definitely check it out once it's like not as
No
hot.
worries, no worries.
Hayward Japanese Gardens? Ooh.
No, it's a very small town, and yeah.
It reminds me of Milpitas. I live in Milpitas. It's like there's not much there. It's just people know it as there's so much traffic as I get down there, and it's just like a bottleneck everywhere. Like, oh no, my city. Hey, Moad.
Yeah, anymore.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh, Moad, I sent you an invite for the WhatsApp. It just gives us it's more just details and updates for the meeting status and so on. More optional. I'll see if I can add you to the Free Toast Toast website though. That's where we're keeping track of all the roles in case you want to sign up for a speech, if for prepared speech if you want to do prepared, or you can sign up
Hmm.
as second speaker for prepared lists.
Yeah, sounds good. I add the WhatsApp thing. My my phone is broke right now, so I'm stuck. I'm waiting for the new phone.
Oh
Wow.
no, what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh yeah, it just screen is green. I turned it on and it's green. It just that's it. You
Oh
know.
no. Yeah,
Uh,
these days, kind of. Yeah.
yeah, I think they're using cheap equipment and stuff like that. But it's all good. I'll get another one and hopefully join. Uh,
Okay, hopefully it's like the most advanced model or something. I don't know. It's like whenever my phone breaks, I'm like, oh, this is an excuse to get the latest thing because I've been
Oh,
holding on
Betty.
this for so long. Hey, Betty.
Long time no see.
Hey, Betty.
Oh yeah, Betty
Hello,
wasn't here last week for your reunion.
Hmm. Mm, Okay. Okay, everybody. I think time is up, so we're gonna meeting going. Okay. Okay, my name is Benson. I'm the Toastmaster of the day today. And welcome everybody. So we have 5 members join this meeting. I have lots of roles to be filled in. And I need a G today. If anybody's okay. Thanks, Vincent. I'm gonna G. Uh, do we have anybody interested in the table topics master? Any other questions? No, one.
I can also take that on. Let me do that. Because
Thank you.
I have your theme down, so let me go create
Okay.
the questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Vincent. Jeff, I think you're going to be the first speaker,
Sure,
right? Speaker.
sure. Thank you.
Um, cool. And Moet, we have the rest roles available. Do you want to like evaluator or you want to account Armarian, timer, anything interested? I want to take it
I can do
regardless.
the timer.
Then do the timer. Okay, cool. Moet at the timer. Betty, which role are you gonna do? Armarian? And then we do the round robin evaluation.
Okay.
Okay, Betty will be our Armarian. And we do the round robin for the evaluation. Great. Got the roles filled in. Sorry for the hurry. Yeah, I almost forgot I'll be the Toastmaster of day today. Thanks for Vincent's reminder. I was always like, take as granted to join the meeting. Excuse me. My flu is not fully recovered, but mostly I'm good. So today's meeting thing actually it's about idiom in Chinese. So basically, it says a year's plan starts with spring, a day's plan starts with early morning. I remember my teacher in high school keep talking about that when we were young in the school, like keep pushing us to plan ahead before they waste the so-called time. But as my getting older and older and more experienced, I feel like maybe that's not 100% true. If you want to achieve something, yes, of course, you do the plan ahead so that it gets more chance to success. But when you keep getting success and the success after success, this thing can become kind of tricky. I feel like, oh, when you have time to enjoy the life, when the spring is coming, maybe you can arrange some time to do the hiking instead of planning the next release or next bug fix or test or whatever, give customers a call. Maybe still need to plan something for yourself. So today's theme is people think about the balance between the personal life and the work life, your career life, and enjoying the great weather in the spring. And the word of the day today, it was a random, but it's somehow related to spring. It's called besotted. Am I pronounced right? Yeah, besotted. Besotted. So besotted means someone besotted is in love that they are unable to think clearly. They are utterly infatuated. I don't know why we have English, but in Chinese there are similar words. So basically, you don't think clearly. Why be besotted? So I encourage everybody to use that word in your speech and the table topics. Try to be familiar with this word. Also, this word can be used as a synonyms of drunk. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Try use this word. Okay. So now let's welcome our first speaker who is still drinking some water. Jeff. Jeff, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. Dear Toastmaster. And close the door.
What would be the time for this one? Sorry to interrupt. How much time you would like, Jeff?
7.
7? Okay. 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool.
That's interesting thing. Planning. Bizarre planning. I don't really believe planning is. I believe plan for a little bit and then just go for it. And during the doing, you're gonna figure out a lot of questions and things that you were thinking before you even started. So I love the word that Nike's famous slogan, which is just do it. If there's no any safety issue, not a criminal behaviors, unethical, or it's really the common sense. Just do it. I like to make the example of Toastmaster itself. My corporate club right now was pretty interesting club. Every club has a personality. It's not really about wrong or right. It's the purpose of how you, me, can gain from the club. About 6 months ago, I was volunteered to help a couple of my team members to prepare the speeches. You know what? I was not in. I tried to push a couple times, but not successful of my effort. And why? Because they were trying to prepare. And think about this. If you are the first time speaker, then you probably want to prepare. You have so many different reasons. And on the other side, you can treat that as a preparation, trying to get your mood, your gut, your everything ready. But these two particular members, they've been in the club for a year at least, or two. And I saw their speeches, probably just for past 24 months, one or two. So I told them, I said, hey, I can help. They said, sure. So during the conversation, you can say the mindset were totally different because me is just go up there and then get more embarrassment and you're going to learn and you gain. And eventually you gain because the purpose is what? Is to make your uncomfortable feeling more comfortable. And how do you go through that threshold saying, I'm not comfortable, I'm not ready? And when are you ready, by the way? And I make a lot of example in the clubs too, different clubs. I was not even ready and I was fumbling. And you know what? I didn't lose a piece of whatever. I didn't lose anything. You know, I might get embarrassed. I might feel, oh man, how come I forgot the words? I didn't make it right. And I suppose, but well, if you repeat more and more and more, you're gonna figure it out eventually. So when people saying, let's discuss and let's plan, I say sure. And then as soon as I figure out they just want to sit and chat, And then doing nothing, I say, okay, that's good, but let's do it. But okay, you can have so many buts. I was not ready anytime. Most of the time, I'm not ready. But as soon as I get the idea, for example, Benson just say, okay, today's thing, planning here and there. And I was, okay, the topic I was thinking, okay, I'm going to just drop. I changed to the topic Benson just offered. Why not? You might think, Jeff, I really don't know what are you talking about. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to deliver the message? You know what? When you read a book, you read yourself. Don't ask me. If you don't know, you ask yourself. You spend 7 minutes, listen to a stranger. And of course, we are not strangers. BS for 7 minutes, and you say you didn't get anything. I'm sorry about that, but I gained something. That's a point. What I mean is, that's your timeshare. So let's pull back the story. Until now, 6 months later, they did not deliver a speech. And of course, we met in the lobby in the building. I say, how are you doing? Did you speak? No, I'm too busy. I say, okay, find a time you're not busy. Well, anyway, long time ago, I'm going to toss out a theory again. Long time ago, I already figured out this kind of things is pretty interesting. If you are busy 365 days a year, then the non-busy moment is no different than busy. Am I correct? If you are so busy all the time, then it doesn't make any changes if you make one day totally not busy, because you've been busy all day long, all year round. You've been preparing all year round. And what you're trying to deliver, it's really not a message. It's you get something, you spend some time, you kind of just match what you plan and then move forward. Forget about that. Just enjoy the sunshine, 91 degrees today, and move on. Mr. Toastmaster, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for the 7 minute impressive speech. And I can always learn from that. Yeah. Even there's no content, I can always learn from that. You can learn the image. You get the image from you. Yeah. Is that like can we use that bizarre for Jeff? Like he's in love with Toastmaster and show his ignorance of any people is really listening to him. I don't know. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Jeff, again. Yeah, Jeff is bizarre about Toastmasters. Nice. Nice quote. Okay, let's do the next important impromptu speech. Let's welcome our Table Talks master today, Winston.
All right. Thank you so much, Benson, as the Toastmaster of the day. Once I saw the theme, I was like, this is worded so nicely. A year's plan starts with spring, a day's plan starts with early morning. And I was thinking, that sounds so poetic, and why is that the case? And Benson just described how it was an idiom. And it reminded me of how there are idioms all across the world where it makes us remember something, I guess, uniquely special because usually idioms have some sort of evoking imagery, and when you say it, you become like a natural in that language. Like basically only native speakers might use that idiom. So what I wanted to share with today are different idioms all across the world, and what I wanted you to talk about was just I'll be given the definition of the idiom, but just your experience about the idiom. So I'll first start off with those who don't have a speaking role. Moad, if you'd be interested, and Benson, would you be able to time Moad for his table topic? Thank you so much. So Moad, your idiom is one that comes from Japan. This one is that the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. The definition of this is when people who stand out or challenge the group, they're often either criticized or pressured to conform. So my question though is when is standing out worth the risk? When is standing out worth the risk? And I'll be posting the idiom down in case you want to reference it, but I'll also be posting the question as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Table Topic Master, for the question. So the question is, when is standing out worth the risk? First of all, I would like to recognize the idiom. Like the native sticks out, gets hammered down. I've seen it happen multiple times, more specifically at work. People who may disagree publicly with more senior leadership, although they may have a valid point, depending on the culture of that group, they may later find themselves singled out or excluded from important projects. And I'm not talking about a specific company or team. It's more generic thing I've observed throughout the years. So absolutely, I will confirm the idiom. To answer the question, one thing that comes to mind is standing out when our values are at risk. Because not standing out in that case makes us lose our integrity, and that's very, very hard to repair. My sense here is it's worth calculating the risk and seeing if the person is capable for taking the risk. For example, if you have a mortgage, you have kids, and you can't afford getting fired, and you know what you're going to say, other people got fired for it. So definitely don't jump over the cliff. Make sure you can take the risk. But with that, for a situation where the risk is reasonable, I would even encourage the person myself to stand out for one's values and speak up, because if we don't, then this person in this situation will continue with other people, and it's just making the world a worse place in general. And it's all, I think of it, is all our job to stand up for the right thing and in a respectful way voice our opinion and share and try to propagate and share good values. So to summarize, I definitely believe in this idiom is right. I feel like given human nature, it does happen. And to answer the question, when you're standing out for the risk would be first calculate the risk, quantify it as a person, and then if it doesn't align, if the situation doesn't align with the person's value, I would definitely go for like speaking up and voicing one's opinion. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that, Moad. It's definitely like a very real risk when it comes to mortgage or people who depend on you, but also when there isn't that risk, just to recognize that if you don't voice your values, it's like risking integrity for yourself and self-trust. So thank you for sharing that message to us. Next, I'd like to call on Betty, if you're available, Betty.
Yes.
All right, Betty. So as a review, we'll be doing idioms around the world, and I'll be sharing the idiom, and then I'll be sharing a question as well. This idiom is from Sweden, which is sliding in on a shrimp sandwich. This means achieving success easily, often without much effort or struggle. The question for you is success without struggle less meaningful? Is success without struggle less meaningful?
Can you repeat the question? Is successful is meaningful without
struggle? Yeah, like basically if you don't have to sweat, if you don't have to work hard for it, does that make the success lose meaning?
Okay, thank you, Toastmasters. I believe if you want to be success, nothing is easy. If you don't go through some kind of pain or struggle, you cannot you don't know the meaning of the success. Success for everybody is different. Maybe people feel you make money easy, you are success. Maybe people feel you reach some goal, marathon or singing something, or reach some kind of goal, exercise, or moving, or do something different is struggle to reach your goal, or some kind of sporting is meaningful if you go through the struggle, because practice make perfect, right? If you want to have a perfect score success, you need to make the your goal reach. Then depends the level your success is different. So I feel sorry. My background is so noisy. So I believe the success you need to reach some kind of pain. Painful you will be more successful. No pain, no gain. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty. And as beautifully summarized with your quote as well, no pain, no gain. Sounds like you're on the side of just making sure that success is more meaningful if we've struggled or if we've gone through some experience that we're like, we work towards it rather than something given to us or it just comes too easy. So thank you for sharing your perspective, Betty. Next, I'd like to call on Benson. Benson, for your idiom, it comes from Turkey. It's drop by drop, a lake forms. This means that small, consistent efforts over time lead to big results. So my question for you is, how do you stay motivated when progress feels invisible? How do you stay motivated when progress feels invisible? And I encourage you to use the word of the day as well, besotted.
Thank you, table topping master. It's a good question. Very good question. And visible and invisible, is that very important? I'm not quite sure. So it depends on people define how the meaning of successful, I think. Why you need other people's recognize of your efforts, why your success is dependent on other people's feeling, comment, or something. That would be really hard based on my life experience. So, people, you get to this world, you live your own life, you define your success. That's the most important thing, to be yourself. So when you define the progress, it compares between the version of yesterday and the version of today, and also the version of tomorrow. So basically, you use that to measure your progress. You can't measure your progress depends on other people's feeling or their words, or maybe in a meeting or like external word, they give you some reference points. You understand, oh, there are lots of good words about this thing I've been done, and some other words about that. But overall, I think you still need to focus on yourself. And yeah, I'm thinking about these words. Besotted. The besotted is all about the ignorance from the outside. So make yourself in love in yourself. Love yourself and besotted in front of whatever noisy around the world and enjoying your experience of your own life. Back to tabletop master.
Thank you for sharing that, Benson. And I'll be able to use that word now. It sounds like you were able to become besotted in your own growth and your own experiences, only using feedback from others more as a reference point. Just like this is maybe some piece of information. Maybe I can use it. Maybe I don't need it. But it sounds like you're mostly focused on, did I improve from yesterday's version of me? And that is a good enough goal. So thank you for sharing that, Benson. Last but not least, Jeff, I have a question for you. So this is an idiom from Germany. I only understand train station. The definition means not understanding anything at all and feeling completely confused. My question for you is it better to admit confusion or pretend to understand? Is it better to admit confusion or pretend to understand?
Thank you, topic master. This is really interesting. It's everything depends. Right? Sometimes you have to show your confidence by pretending you're understanding something. But most of the time, if there's no harm, I would just say, hey, I have no idea. But to me, it's pretty interesting. I have a lot of ideas. So pretty much I don't really see things I don't have any idea. uh, that's interesting. Years ago, I was a department manager and I have a junior engineers. They keep asking the question. I say, can you go to Yahoo? At the moment, the Yahoo was the key, and Google just came out. I didn't really know Google, and I would say, hey, go check Google, and then tell me what you find. So with that, they gradually understand. Before asking Mr. Jeff Chen, they would do the homework. Talking about myself, if Benson is my boss or Moe is my director, they're asking me the questions. I don't have to say I don't understand or, I have no idea. I would just go to Google. And now you don't even check Google. You check Gemini's, right? Gemini's. Hey, my boss, Benson, asking about this. And his boss, Moe, say otherwise. Tell me, what should I answer? You know what? Not even 30 seconds. I got a whole bunch of answer. And I would say, can you simplify with 3 bullet points? I got an answer. And I come to Moe say, is this what you need? And Moe is happy. And Benson also said, hey, yeah, maybe we should go that way. Done deal. So here's my point. If you are still in your career, try not to say, I don't have any idea. I don't know. I'm confused. With your intelligence, you're not supposed to be confused. You're supposed to do the homework first and reduce your confusion and then come with the offer of partial answer. And your boss would say, yeah, maybe let's talk about that. Back to you, topic master.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jeff. I think that's important. Like once you've recognized your confusion, like nowadays, it's harder to say I'm confused when we have so many resources to take a moment to look it up. There are some cases though where that can help conversations, but most cases, at least approach it the best you can and then follow up from there. So thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your answers from idioms all across the world. I think idioms are such an important way to get a taste of each country's culture, but also to expand creative phrases as well. I think idioms make our speeches even more creative than before, and I hope you can use them whether it's in speeches or in future table topics. Next, I'd like to hand it back to Benson, our Toastmaster, but I think I'll be getting it soon anyway. But formal handshaking, back to
Yeah,
you, Mr. Toastmaster.
thank you. Thank you, table topic master. Well, I can insert some comments about this AI thing. Jeff, I won't be that stupid boss. I will do the AI first. So once you give me bullet points, I'll definitely let you know to give me your own idea instead of doing the AI.
That's my idea, by the way.
Yeah, I have a tool which can tell if the idea is from AI or it's from a real person. So be careful. Okay, now let's give the floor back to Vincent for the general evaluation. It's a very important session. Let's see. Vincent.
All right, thank you so much, Benson. As the general evaluator, we'll first be starting out with Jeff's round robin evaluation. I'll go first, and then after that we can go in a quick circle. And Moad, you could time this for a maximum. We'll try to do 3 to 5 minutes total for the section. That way we're on time. Jeff, one thing I really liked was how you started out with a story. You were mentioning something very specific. Your goal and your problem was to help people in your club prepare speeches when they haven't given it for so long. And you also described the very real frustrations that happened too. I liked how it wasn't perfect. I liked how you weren't like, oh yeah, and I totally solved it within 6 months, no problem. You were like, no, no, there was a struggle. Like, this is what I've noticed. Here was my previous motto, and this is how I tried my best to resolve it. And it wasn't perfect, but this is just a representation of what I've noticed. So I really like that. One thing that I thought you've improved on greatly is that you notice times when you're like, oh no, I'm slipping away from the story. Okay, what is the main point? How do I bring it back? And I think in this case, you were able to tie it back to the main idea of the story, because the main idea is like, what do we even talk about? And sometimes it's like we're nervous about the ideas we share, whether it will land. But during your speech, you were mentioning how the audience is always able to reflect on something that the speaker spoke about. So that way, whatever the speaker talks about, you'll be able to have some content. I was even hoping that you're going to mention something about their busyness. Like, if your life is so busy, that means you have so many stories you could tell. Like, you could talk about all the troubles you had with your busyness, and that's a speech already. So overall, I really liked that how you're able to gradually get back into your story. I think with just a few more examples to tie in together, like if you described how like or your concept of we can find a story in anything, or like the listener will be able to hear a story in anything, that would make the speech even better. So looking forward to your next one, Jeff. I'd like to pass it off to Moad next, if you have any thoughts, Moad.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Let me check the time quickly. We have time. Yeah. So same here. I really like your speech, your speech, Jeff. One thing that stands out is the structure. You make your point, you give the reason, you give like real life concrete examples, and then you make your point again. So I really like that structure of conveying your message. Eye contact was perfect, and what strikes me the most is kind of your deep belief and conviction of your point you're making. I really like your confidence and how you keep enforcing your point and giving multiple examples as you go. Also, one last thing I want to mention is I really appreciate how you simplify things. For example, I think at some point you said, "Hey, if I go and speak, yes, you may get embarrassed, but you're not losing something from your face, or like nothing. It's not a big deal." Or the case where somebody is always busy, you actually challenge the status quo and say, "Hey, does that even make sense?" Right? So I feel like you do a great job to breaking down the problem and simplifying it to the audience, and also making me personally challenge some of like my beliefs and thought that hey, I need to be super ready for something versus just jumping, failing, feeling uncomfortable, and going from that state of being uncomfortable to comfortable by actually failing versus waiting for a long period of time. So personally, it was very fructuous to listen to your speech and learn from it. Thank you so much.
Next, I'd like to call on Benson.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, Jeff's point, I think in addition to, I totally agree with Vincent's comment. This time, your speech get back to the main point and do the summarize. I like it. And also, you raise a very interesting point. Like when people speech, what you can learn from that. To be honest, I learned from Jeff is for my own benefits. Like I was always hesitate to do the impromptu speech. I believe Jeff this time, he didn't prepare either. Impromptu speech for 7 minutes. It's very encouraging. And if Jeff can do it, why I can't? Right? I'm much better than Jeff though, right? Back to back to the event.
Thank you, Vincent. But I do appreciate how Jeff shows by example throughout his speeches every time. Like I know that we can always rely on Jeff was like impromptu speech. I know Jeff has mentioned he could do it. So yeah, I know he's become super reliable. We have to make sure we take up this mantle and challenge as well. Next, I'd like to ask Betty if I think we have a little bit of time, Betty. So just any last remarks, closing statements about what you liked about Jeff's speech, anything that could be improved further, if you're available, Betty.
Thank you so much. Jeff, your speech is getting better and better. You tell the story, you know how to bring back the story because if when you go too far, but you know how to focus back. This is good. And then you know how to make your speech organized now. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty, for sharing that. And yeah, Jeff, huge improvements there. I hope you keep it up. Like I noticed like you have key phrases to center back to your main point of your speech. So I really noticed that throughout your recent speeches. So great job. Next, so that concludes the round robin evaluations. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be now going to the functionary reports for today's meeting. First, I'd like to call on our timer, Moad. How did we do on our timing for each section?
Thank you, Vincent. We did very well. Nobody went over time for the timing. The report I have here. So for you, Jeff, you had 7 minutes 12 seconds. So it's below, like within the grace period. And then Benson, you had 2 minutes for table topics, 2 minutes 10 seconds. For you, Betty, it was 1 minute 10 seconds. And Jeff, for your last table topic, it was 2 minutes 25 seconds. So it's all within the range. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Sorry,
much, Moad. And
Morat spent 2 minutes and 10 seconds for the speech for the table topics. Sorry about that. I should post on the chat.
Thank you.
oh, no worries. Thank you so much, Vincent, for being that backup timer for Moad's table topic. Next, I'd like to call on Betty for the Ah Marians report. Betty, how did we do on our ahs and grammar?
Today, I don't hear anybody have an R on except me. When I make a speech, I already noticed I have one R because I'm trying to think it. Today, the grammarian, everybody have very good grammarian speed. I don't see anything wrong. Maybe I need to improve myself too. And I just get back to the point and or go to check out the Gemini. If nobody know what's Gemini, Gemini is very good to use. I feel I got the benefit too. And Vincent give us a lot idiom, drop by drop. I only understand translation and all the information is good. And I don't need to repeat. Okay, thank you. And good to see Benson again. Long time no see.
Thank you so much, Betty. And I agree. It's great to see Vincent again. And yes, in case anyone does want to use the idioms, they are in the chat. I'm not sure if we can use all of them. I barely remember the English idioms, so I need to work on incorporating that already. Next, I believe it's now my turn to give the evaluation of the meeting as a whole. Overall, Benson, great job in being able to take on the Toastmaster of the day, I think within like 30 minutes or so. So kudos for being able to come up with everything, organize everything, and also make sure to take roles in the very beginning of the meeting. I know that it was right before the meeting during like between or before the 12:05 official meeting start, you were already able to fill in the roles. And I think that's critical for Toastmaster to be able to come up a little bit early and also be able to collect roles in case there's anything missing. I just wanted to also appreciate all the members here just for being able to step up for any functioning role. I don't think all clubs are able to do that. Sometimes they get worried about certain functionaries like, I don't wanna try this out. But I like how we're always just ready to be able to step up to support and to give it a shot. Like Jeff and Moad were saying, it's just about stepping up. And sometimes we might fail, but that's okay. We're learning throughout the process. The third thing I really appreciated was I really liked, Moat, how you're able to check in on timing throughout the chat. You're just double checking for each part, saying like, is this timing right? And like, what time do we need? And I think that's critical because speeches do vary in times. some time, and that some sections differ as well. Like sometimes table topics are a little bit longer if we notice there's no speeches. So double checking with the time for each section was, I think, critical as a timer. So great job, Moan. Overall, I think that the only thing to improve in the future, I think for me, is just to make sure, or for any Toastmaster, is just to make sure that we send out the roles on the group chat. Just something to say like, for next week, here are the roles. And that way we have a good sense of like, oh yeah, did I sign up for speaker that day? Okay, I have to prepare. Just to check the chat or check the email really quick just to remember what our role is. So I think that's something that could be a best practice for us to continue in the future. And that's the only feedback that I currently had. Overall, I really appreciate the group's flexibility for today and our ability to just jump in rather quickly and check for different timings. I now return the control back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator, for the great evaluation session. Like I said, the evaluation session is very important. We just not only expose ourselves, but also give others comments, and also you learn how to give other comments, like how to give positive comments or how to give encouraging comments or something not to put some words not put into the comments, something like that. Okay. I think we still need to take the picture, right? I'm still the photographer. I'll do the picture.
Oh yeah, I've been terrible with that, Vincent. It's like we missed you. There's like no photos in the past few months.
Yeah, no, no photos for 2 months. Huh? Let's do something fun. Okay,
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Jeez. Okay, I'll post that in the group chat. And yeah, to conclude the meeting, I think yeah, we should advertise the meeting or prepare the meeting a little bit earlier so that people have motivated to join the meeting. Last meeting was pretty good, actually. I should have taken a picture. We had 9 members. Well, this meeting we have 5 members. I guess the springtime is pretty busy, like Jeff said, busy whole year round and don't have 1 hour a week to practice your communication skills. Okay, I think we are doing a great meeting today, and I still have 13 minutes before closing the meeting, so I wonder anybody have any comments or
We should do
whatever.
roles for next week.
Oh, should do the roles for next. Okay. I'll do an impromptu speech next week to
Oh,
challenge
nice.
Jeff.
Okay.
So, so
You
he's
got it,
not
Moaz.
alone.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll put you down, Benson. I'll be
Okay.
the Toastmaster of the day just because of
You are the general
G.
relative. Okay.
How about Moe? Moe, what is your?
I will be
Oh,
out.
Moad would. Oh, Betty, you wanted
Yeah.
to. Oh, you'll be
No,
out of town. Okay,
yes, thank you.
Mm.
I'll note that down. Thank you for sharing.
I can do a speech next week.
Nice.
Nice.
Eh,
Mm.
And would you like to be the evaluator, Jeff? I feel like I've been. I want to see you evaluate.
sure, sure, of course.
Okay. So
Uh,
we'll put you down for Moad's evaluator, and then after that, I will figure out an evaluator for Benson, and we're missing the functioning roles. So I'll post this in the chat.
all right.
Yeah, and I think that covers it, Benson.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. So we have the role sign. Okay. Anything you want to share before we close the meeting? Still have 10 minutes, man.
I think one thing we wanted to do was an open house. So one thing that I think could help, um, I'm thinking 25th is a bit too short. So what we could do is on April 1st. That would be a funny time for an open house. But April
Okay.
1st we could do that. And one thing I'm thinking we could do is just make sure that people sign up on Meetup. That's how I've noticed we've been getting more people. But the way that like if we can add more people on the attendees list, I think that would just show that there will be people showing up. So I think
Mm.
we'll just do that as a special thing, but we can host it the way we usually do. We just add a bit more explanation to the guests. So just imagine people, the first time members, have no clue what's going on. So this one will just take more time to explain structure, make sure we talk about timer, Marion, word of the day, all of the importance. So it's just like a slightly more formal meeting.
Cool.
Okay. Is,
Yeah, I think that's all I had. Oh, sorry, was that Jeff?
is everybody in the WhatsApp group chat?
Not everyone
I
yet.
think
Once Mod gets his new phone, then everyone will be
Oh, okay.
in the group chat. Yeah.
Who else?
I think everyone should be in there. From all the members are currently in there.
Is Mary there?
Mary doesn't use
Oh,
WhatsApp for some reason. Like I think she only uses text. I've invited her before, but yeah.
okay. That's it. Just curious.
Oh, and membership renewals. So if you haven't gotten the chance, I think Moad, you're already set, so you don't have to worry about it. But for those who haven't gotten the chance to renew, try to do so before March 31st. That way, it's just that the club maintains good standing. So as long as we have at least 8 members, then we're safe. And then you can renew it later on, and that's okay. But we need at least 8. So just wanted to
All right.
give a heads up. I think that's the only other reminder, but I'll post the meeting rules in chat. Looking forward to the future photos as well, Vincent.
no worries.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, if we don't have any topic to discuss, give back you 9 minutes to enjoy the weather, the spring.
Enjoy the weather. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week.
Enjoy.
See you next week. Bye.